What's up guys, D-Life HD here. In this Raging Bulls QuickCast, we talk post-game reactions to the Bulls vs. Knicks game. Should Robin Lopez stay in this team past this year? I preview the Bulls vs. Nuggets, talk starting lineups and matchups, and players to watch. Let's do this. So we lost this game, of course, and we're now officially eliminated from playoff contention. Not that we were really trying to make the playoffs in the first place. So, as predicted, Moutier beat Payne, but just barely. Lee beat Holiday, and Hardaway blew out Zipser. Where I was wrong, and I'm super surprised here, Valentine did not continue his scoring from last game and lost, and Felicia actually pulled off the win. What? I'm as surprised as you are here. Let's get to the question of the day. Should the Bulls keep Robin Lopez past this year? To me, heck yes. Hear me out. Not only has Hoiberg said that they want to keep Lopez, but I believe that he brings intangibles that very little players bring. I like to compare him a lot to Joakim Noah used to bring to this team. He brings energy, leadership, consistency, and the dude just doesn't quit, and I love that about him. Now, the question is, should the Bulls be getting younger and not older? Sure, but what if we can draft a great center, maybe Aiden if we get lucky, and then have Robin there to not only play backup, but to coach the kid? That would be a huge asset to a young player like Aiden. If we can either get Lopez on a good backup center deal, I'd like to keep him. I just thought about this, but our other option is to maybe use him as trade bait if we don't get Aiden. Imagine a front court that includes Markkanen and Aiden in the starting lineup. That's a thing of beauty. The Nuggets come into this game from a close loss to the Miami Heat, where we saw basically the whole starting lineup score over 20 points, except for Millsap, who only scored 14. Still good, but you know. That was also come off of a loss to the Knicks in what was a fairly lopsided affair, losing by 18 points, and I expect this matchup to not be much different, but let's look at the lineups just to make sure. First, a matchup at point guard, Cameron Payne versus Jamal Murray. This is not an interesting matchup at all. Jamal Murray is a much better player than Cameron Payne. I mean, the guy averages almost 18 points per game, and Payne isn't that great of a defender. He's a way better scorer than Payne. Even with Payne playing decently lately, I don't expect him to pick up the win here. This one goes to Murray. Up next, the battle at shooting guard, Justin Holiday versus Will Barton. Barton is a slightly better player than Holiday on all significant stats. This match should be interesting if Holiday plays decent minutes. I give this to Barton though. Now the battle at small forward, Denzel Valentine versus Wilson Chandler. This matchup should be interesting. Valentine's just slightly better in all stat categories. I want to give this to Valentine, even though I know he's wildly consistent. I know he's able to put up huge numbers. The Nuggets are still, however, in this playoff chase, so I give this to Chandler. The matchup at power forward, Paul Zipser versus Paul Millsap. This matchup isn't even fair. Millsap is so much better than Zipser. For instance, Millsap averages 15.3 points per game, while Zipser only averages 3.9. In all the other stats, it's not that far off, but there's still a sizable difference. I give this matchup to the Paul who's actually good, Paul Millsap. Last but not least, the battle at center, Cristiano Felicio versus Nikola Jokic. Once again, another big mismatch in Denver's favor. This is a huge mismatch in all stat categories. For instance, Jokic averages 17 points per game to Felicio's 3.8, and Jokic averages 10.6 rebounds per game to Felicio's 2.7. There's also a really big difference on all other stat categories as well. We honestly have no big man who's this good. Maybe Portis on a good day, or Lopez if he were actually playing. I give this to Jokic. The Nuggets beat us 5-0 in my predictions, although they could also be 4-1 if Valentine steps up. I guess this is a huge win for the Nuggets. I don't see the Bulls competing in this one, especially since the Nuggets are actually trying to win, unlike the Bulls. This was probably one of the most exciting games that I've ever played. I was basically cruising through the whole game, just passing the ball like a pro. The difference between my inside and outside scoring was probably so tilted toward the inside that it was crazy. I basically cruised through 3 quarters, and in the last quarter, that's where it got really exciting. I feel like I stopped going inside as much and the Nuggets started scoring heavily on me. But the best thing about this game was that the game-winning shot by Markkanen, it was awesome. I literally yelled, "Yeah, baby!" Feel sorry to whoever was outside my house when that happened. Markkanen bailed me out and it was amazing. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. And make sure and follow me on Twitter and Facebook for daily posts. Love you guys and peace.